Good morning, students, and welcome to Digital Classroom of St. Michael's Academy. Today, I am going to start Neural Control and Coordination, a chapter under Human Physiology. So, let's start. So, first, we have to know what is coordination. So, the function of the organs systems in our body must be coordinated to maintain homeostasis. Coordination is the process through which two or more organs interact and complement the functions of one another. The neural system provides an organized network of point-to-point connections for quick coordination. So we can say that neural system means here nervous system of our body. So amongst the several control systems, the neural or nervous system is the most important and unique one which controls the interrelations between the organs and maintains the homeostasis of the body. It is the first system which developed and differentiated during embryogenesis. The neural system is a complex organization, contains more than 50 million various kinds of nerve cells which serve to receive, store and transmit information, thereby control and integrates the different bodily functions. So now here is a brief description of neural control and coordination. The process by which two or more organs interact with each other and complement each other a function is known as coordination. Now, what is neural system? The structural and functional unit of neural system are known as neurons. They can detect, receive, and transmit stimuli. Now, there is a brief description of human nervous system. See this in a tabular form, and here is the description. Human neural or nervous system is classified into two types: central nervous system or CNS and peripheral nervous system or PNS. You can see nervous system can be classified into two types: peripheral and central nervous system. Central nervous system consists of the brain and spinal cord, whereas the peripheral nervous system consists of all the nerves present in the brain and the spinal cord. The PNS has two types of nerve fibers: afferent nerve fibers and efferent nerve fibers. Afferent nerve fibers carry impulses from organs or tissues to the CNS, whereas efferent nerve fibers transmit nerve impulses from CNS to the target tissue or organ. So PNS is divided into somatic nervous system and autonomic nervous system. The somatic nervous system transmits impulses from the CNS to skeletal muscles, while the autonomic nervous system transmits impulses from the CNS to the involuntary organs and smooth muscles of the body. The autonomic nervous system is classified into sympathetic nervous system and parasympathetic nervous system. So here you can see that autonomic nervous system, somatic nervous system and visceral nervous system are the three types of peripheral nervous system. And again, autonomic nervous system can be divided into three parts: sympathetic, parasympathetic, and last one is enteric nervous system. So this is a brief idea on neural control and coordination. The definition of a neuron is a basic nerve cell that builds the nervous system and transmits information throughout the body. As example of a neuron is a cell that tells your body to react to pain. As we all know The entire nervous system is generated from the ectoderm layer during embryogenesis. The nervous system is made up of nervous tissues and the neurons of nerve cells and neuroglia or glial cells from the nervous tissue. Besides this, bundles of nerve fibers or nerves, ependymal cells, neurosecretory cells, etc. are also present in the nervous system. So neurons, also known as nerve cells, send and receive signals from your brain. While neurons have a lot in common with other types of cells, they are structurally and functionally unique. Specialized projections called axons allow neurons to transmit electrical and chemical signals to other cells. So here is a diagrammatic structure of a typical neuron. You can see this diagram. You have to draw this diagram also. So there are different parts of neuron. These are dendrites, nasal granules. These are nasal granules. This is cell body. This is nucleus. This is axon. This one is axon. This is Schwann cells. This is myelin sheath. This portion is myelin sheath. This is node of Ranvier. This is axon terminal and this is synaptic knob at the end of the neuron. So a neuron or nerve cell consists of three parts such as cell body, axon and dendrites. So three parts are dendrites, cell body and this axon portion. The cell body, often called cyton or centron or perikaryon. A typical cell body may be rounded or polygonal or spindle shaped or flask shaped or pyramidal shaped. The surface of the cell body is converted by fine plasma membrane. The surface of the cell body is covered by fine plasma membrane. So this is the total structure of a cell body. Nasal granules are there. The cytoplasmic matrix of the nerve cell is known as neuroplasm. It contains a spherical nucleus with the large nucleolus. Special bodies called nasal granules, a network of fine ultramicroscopic fibrils, the neurofibrils. Golgi bodies, ribosome, endoplasmic reticulum, centrosome, etc. are present in the neuroplasm. The cell body is present in the ganglia and central nervous system, that is in the gray matter of the brain and spinal cord. It regulates the functional activities of the neuron or nerve cell. Cell bodies do not occur in nerve. Now next one is axon. There is usually a long fiber-like efferent processes. The axon may form lateral branches called collaterals. You can say that axon and collaterals end in fine branches called terminal arborescence, also known as axon terminals. Next one is dendrites. Besides the axon, there are one or more shorter branched afferent processes called dendrites. It contains nasal granule and neurofibrils. The dendrites serve to carry messages to the cell body. Neurons are divided into four major types: unipolar, bipolar, multipolar and pseudo-unipolar. See this diagram. This is bipolar neuron. This is actually pseudo-unipolar neuron. Only unipolar neuron diagram is in your book. You can see only this portion will be there. And this is the structure of pseudo-unipolar. And this is multipolar neuron. So four types of neuron and this is a pyramidal cell. According to number of axons and dendrites from the cell body, the neurons are apolar neurons. When there is no axon or dendrite are present but contain only cell body, it is called apolar neuron. Unipolar neuron, when one axon and one dendrite combine and originates from one pole of the cell body. The neuron is known as unipolar neuron. For example, you can say that amacrine cells of retina of eye. Now, bipolar neuron, in this type of neuron, one axon and one dendrite originate from opposite poles of the cell body. For example, this is found in retina. And the last one is multipolar neuron. In this type, many dendrites and one axon arise from several parts of the cell body. For example, found all over in the body. Now, there are three major types of neuron. This is another division of neuron. Actually, you can say that according to function, there are three types of neuron. Sensory neurons or afferent neuron, efferent or motor neurons, and interneuron. See, there are three major types of neurons: sensory neurons, motor neurons, and interneurons. All three have differing functions, but the brain needs all of them to communicate effectively with the rest of the body and vice versa. So the functional classification of neurons is based on the general direction of the impulse. Impulse is traveling from sensory receptors to the CNS are afferent or sensory neurons. Impulses traveling from the CNS to effector organs travel along efferent or motor neurons. And interneuron, this type of neuron remains in between afferent and efferent neurons. Now see the diagram. This is motor neuron, this is sensory neuron, and this is interneuron. Now, what is nerve? Nerves are a part of the nervous system. They are primarily involved in control and the coordination of all the parts of the body. The nervous system not only sends and receives messages but also processes them into chemical signals called impulses in the human body. So these are the functions of nerves. Now the structure. You can say a nerve consists of many structures including axons, glycocalyx, endoneurial fluid, endoneurium, perineurium, and epineurium. The axons are bundled together into groups called fascicles, and each fascicle is wrapped in a layer of connective tissue called the perineurium. So, hope so your idea of the structure of a nerve has been clear. Now see the diagram. This is a diagram of nerve. This is epineurium. This portion is epineurium. This portion is fascicle. This is endoneurium. This is nerve fiber. This is artery, red color. Blue colored dot is vein. And this is perineurium. This is perineurium. This round, this one is perineurium. So epineurium, perineurium, and endoneurium. Three structures are present. Now, types of nerve. According to structure of nerves are two types, such as myelinated nerve fiber and non-myelinated nerve fiber. So you can see in the diagram, this is myelinated nerve fiber because myelin sheath is present over here. So the nerve composed of three elements like axis cylinder, myelin or medullary sheath, and neurolemma is called myelinated or medullated nerve. That's it. This is the first one. And the second one is non-myelinated nerve fiber. The nerve fiber do not contain myelin sheath, but only axon, cylinder and neurolemma are present is called non-myelinated or non-medullary nerve. So this is non-myelinated nerve fiber. Now the difference. Myelinated nerve fibers are nerve fibers that are insulated by a myelin sheath, whereas unmyelinated or non-myelinated nerve fibers are nerve fibers that do not have a myelin sheath. The myelinated nerve fibers have nodes of Ranvier, while unmyelinated nerve fibers do not have nodes of Ranvier. When you will write down the difference, please write it as a column. Column wise write the difference. Now next one is as if Ranvier, nodes of Ranvier is present. So we have to know the function of Ranvier. It helps in conduction of nerve impulse and nerve branches originate from it. You see, these are the gaps formed between the myelin sheath where the axons are left uncovered. That means this is node of Ranvier. Because the myelin sheath is largely composed of an insulating fatty substance, the nodes of Ranvier allow the generation of a fast electrical impulse along the axon. There is a diagram. You can see this. Now, what is neuroglia? The glial elements which comprise the interstitial tissue of central nervous system and perform various supportive functions are known as neuroglia. Glia, also called glial cells or neuroglia, are non-neuronal cells in the central nervous system or CNS, that means brain and spinal cord, and the peripheral nervous system or PNS that do not produce electrical impulses. They maintain homeostasis, form myelin, and provide support and protection for neurons. Now there are 6 types of neuroglia, each with differing functions. Astrocyte, oligodendrocyte, microglia, ependymal cell, satellite cell, and Schwann cells. You see this diagram, 6 types of neuroglia are there. Satellite cells, microglia, ependymal cells, oligodendrocyte, astrocytes, and Schwann cells. Thank you, students. For subject-related doubts or queries, please email me at sudeshna1.sma@outlook.com. We also welcome your responses by way of your views and feedback on the PPTs or videos at feedback.stmichaelsacademy@gmail.com.